Coffee and Convo, y'all. Let's get it. Nation, welcome to the latest installment of Coffee and Convo. I am your host, Graphk Raider Man. Salute to all my people in the chat. Make sure you guys wipe them feet, meaning hit them thumbs up. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way in. As I always say, you guys, I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. You could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. Let me know down in the comments section what city and state are you guys watching the show from? Let me know. You at work? You at home? What you got going on? Salute to everybody, man. Mike Downs, Israel, Froyland's in the building. Lucky King, what is good, my brother? R. Vega's in the building. Kellenberger is in the building. Shout out to KB Primos with that content. Salute, salute, salute. Shout out to all my people, man. We got some stuff to talk about, you guys. We definitely do. Another dead pads, hearing some really good things from certain players, veterans that are showing up early at camp. Also, we have an interesting former standout from Notre Dame linebacker in the building today. 28-year-old linebacker that I was really high on. For those who do not know, I am a diehard Notre Dame Fighting Irish fan. So, if this guy didn't deal with injuries, he would have been a clear-cut first-round pick. Went in the second to Dallas. We're going to talk about that here shortly, you guys. But once again, man, salute to everybody here in the building, man. I appreciate you guys. We've been going crazy these past few weeks with the content, and it's not going to stop. It's only going to pick up even more. LV, it is killing me right now, brother, but I just put my CBD stuff on, man, so I'm ready to go. It is what it is. Let me see. Salute to Vegas. Says Graphk, make sure you call your boy Jaylon Smith. Don't let him leave. And last year, let's get to it, you guys, real quick. Shout out to my boy Jordan Schultz. He always say this, man. He always sends me all Raider stuff in my DM. Really good dude. Supposed to come on the show a while ago. Our schedules got kind of conflicted. I know Jordan got a lot going on, but works for ESPN, works for several different places. But he dropped the news today. Source is free agent linebacker Jaylon Smith is working out for the Raiders right now. The 2019 Pro Bowler had 88 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, and a sack last season for the Giants. He would reunite with DC Patrick Graham, with who he spent 1 season in New York with. There's a lot of other options out there, you guys. I'm seeing a lot of people complaining about this. I'm not going to complain about this at all. We need some linebacker help. We still have no idea what's going on. I still haven't heard any updates on what's going on with Divine Diablo. Which I can be overthinking that situation. I just know he's very, very critical to that linebacker room moving forward. But, he's dealt with some injuries. He is not the same player he once was at all. But I'm going to be real. I'm actually excited about us keep adding to this room. Just brought in Darius Harris, another veteran over from Kansas City. And, I'm with you, Vega. Do not let Jaylon Smith leave the building. He was still productive last season. And I'm gonna be real with you guys. I said it before. I'm a little biased because of the Notre Dame ties. I'm saying I've been a huge fan of Jaylon Smith forever. If those injuries never occurred, he could have been one of those ones at the linebacker spot at the next level. Drafted it to Dallas. They kept him around for a while. He did some good things out here in the Texas area. Moved around a little bit. After that, went to Green Bay and a few stops. But hey, man, I want to ask you guys, what do you think about this potential pickup? We are bringing in Jaylon Smith, linebacker. according to Jordan Schultz. He's working out with the Raiders today. He is at the headquarters in Henderson. Lock the door, Zeke. Do not let him leave. We need as much help as we can as possible at the linebacker position. Other than that, good news, you guys. Brandon Facyson, the injury is not serious. There's still no timetable yet on when he will return, but there is no, what I'm hearing is not serious. He should return. He should be fine. That's good to hear. Yesterday, the veteran corner was carted off the field with a leg injury. Also, shout out to my guy. I don't want to butcher his name, but one of my boys, man, hit me up, DM me, one of the subscribers. Salute to my guy. He was actually out there. You know what? I'm not even going to disrespect my dog like that. I'm going to actually go look it up real quick. Now, I gotta shout my guy out. Shout out to my boy Vic, man. He was out there at camp yesterday. He said, I was at training camp today, which was yesterday. And I'm not saying Brandon Fayson's not hurt, but the dude walked into the locker room on his own. He did get carted off. It was from the field to the sideline. I put this in the comments on the live, but I understand that you can't see them all at once. So, maybe it sounded a little more serious than what it was yesterday, but it does sound as though Brandon Facyson will return shortly. That is a very, very, very good sign because we need all hands on deck in that corner room. Marcus Peters, you guys, today, it sounds as though he is balling. I do not know if you guys seen the Levi Edwards tweet. He tweeted out, shout to Levi, sexy play alert. Marcus Peters reads the play perfectly and steps in front of the ball for an interception. He has been cooking today. So there you have it, man. Love to hear it. Also hearing really good things once again about Marcus Sepps. Eddie Pascal, another beat writer's out there saying, okay, Marcus Sepps, dude had a nice few days since the pads came on. Levi confirmed. I can confirm this. He's been balling. Other than that, one more Levi tweet. Shout out to him. Hunter Renfrow is running some of the nastiest routes I've seen in a minute in these one-on-ones. So there you have it, man. It is great, great, great to see that our guys are out there balling and doing as they should right now early on in training camp. Also, I'm watching this video where Levi posted as well, where Marcus Peters is getting some reps in with the young Sam Webb, UDFA last year. I know that this regime is really high on him. The 6'2" corner, got some burn last year, but I think they have really high hopes for this kid. And he's been having a real impressive camp thus far as well. Let me see. Shout out to William. Yes, man, just added depth cannot hurt to make these linebacking room to compete. This is facts, William. Shout out to my dog, man. Right them feet, you guys. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. Yeah, shout out to One Up, man. Jimmy was on the pitch count, so it was planned that he left practice early. This is facts, man. The guy is coming off of, injury-riddled year last season, you guys. There's no reason to put him out there and have him take every team rep. You know what I'm saying? Like, there probably was a reason why we brought Chase Garbers back, you know what I'm saying, because they knew that they were going to be patient with Jimmy Garoppolo. So, Chase might be out there at some point taking some reps, playing a lot in preseason when Aiden's not out there. Really no reason to see Brian Hoyer out there at all, to be honest. But there's a reason why we probably brought Chase Garbers back as well, because we are going to be on the pitch count with Jimmy G. You know what I mean? Be patient with him. Let him completely heal up. So week one, when football truly matters, he's ready to go. Shout out to my brother Ridgeback, man. I appreciate you, brother. Salute, salute, salute. Shout out to Raider by Nature as well. And shout out to everybody, man, on saying congratulations on the 19K. We're already on our way to 20K. And it's because of you guys, man. So salute, salute, salute to all my people in the building. GA, I see you, brother. Midnight Raider, I see you, my brother. But yeah, man. Other than that, there's a few more things that we wanted to talk about. We talked about Brandon Facyson. The injury's not severe. Marcus Peters having a hell of a camp. He made a huge play out there at training camp for an INT. It's just great to see that you get a ball hawk out there, a veteran that's really working with these guys, Sam Webb, working with all the other guys, Ja'Cory Bennett. Really, really good. Hunter is still mixing and blending people up out there. It is good. This guy looks as though if he can stay healthy, he is on. He's up for a big year this upcoming season. Jimmy G was playing, balling out there. Another thing, I wanted to read a few things right here, you guys. And it's funny because shout out to Victor Fur. I'm always going to give everybody the credit for what they put into the universe, right? I never just read some shit and never give these guys the credit. You know what I mean? Regardless if people think there's a beat writers and YouTube war going out there, we speak our mind, we say what we want to say, but at the end of the day, it's still mutual. They're covering the team that we love. And they also give us content to speak about and give us our opinion and our takes on what they are saying about this team. But I want to read this real quick, you guys. This is coming from Victor Fur from The Athletic. Jimmy G looked sharp in Tuesday's practice, making the right read on many of his throws. His short to midfield accuracy has been a delight. Of Garoppolo's main targets in practice, the two that stood out to me, a guy that I've been saying, but hey, man, I'm just little old Graphk, to me were Michael Mayer and Cam Sims. It's hard for them not to stand out considering their size. Sims and Mayer stand at 6'5", which is Sims, and 6'4", respectively, and use their height to build their full advantage in pads. The defense had to employ multiple people on tackling to get them to the ground. Prayers up to the defenders who had to tackle Zamir White on Tuesday. The physical bruiser made his presence felt on every carry, finishing through contact every chance that he got. Another running back who's continuing to prove themselves is Sincere McCormick. The 2022 UDFA signing showcased his speed throughout the day in the team period. This has been a big training camp for Sincere McCormick, coming off of a season-ending injury in last season's offseason program. And another guy that we were really high on as well, on the offensive line, Netane Moody has jumped out. He has nastiness to his game in the run blocking. The guard started 4 games for the Denver Broncos in his 3 seasons there and spent some time on the Raiders practice squad last season. On the defensive side of the ball, Marcus Epps got his hands on a ball or two in coverage Thursday. The chemistry between him, Merrick, and Isaiah Palamau seems high. That is great to hear. On the defensive line, Max Crosby continue to meet the standard, getting after the quarterback early and often. He benefited from having Chandler Jones on the other side, which is good. I hope Chan has a really big season for us, who also brought high energy in pads. Linebacker Luke Masterson perhaps brought the most physicality on defense to my eye. The second-year player from Wake Forest has enjoyed a productive camp so far. Tyler the GOAT Hall has become a constant at the nickel cornerback position, seeing a lot of reps at the position throughout camp. He could be in line for a breakout 2023 season after receiving an 86.3 coverage grade from PFF in 2022. This is coming from Victor Fur of The Athletic, you guys. Shout out to him, man. Great notes. I love it, man. I love it. A lot of guys that I've been high on, Cam Sims, Moody, Sincere McCormick. And it's really good to see that Marcus Epps is out there doing his thing, that Merrick is kind of jumping off the page a little bit. Palamau, it just sounds like these guys are out there doing what they are supposed to be doing. Zeus, I think that right now he smells blood in the water, you guys. I'm not saying he's not a fan of Josh Jacobs. I know that's his brother. That's his Raider brother, right? But he smells blood in the water at this point. He probably is assuming that Josh is not going to show up. So he says, you know what? This is my backfield now. This is my backfield. He smells blood in the water. So why not go out there and just ball out, showcase your skills? I love it, man. It sounds as though Zeus is having a hell of a camp as well. Yeah, man. Oh, also, you guys, another thing, the Raiders did go out and re-sign tight end Jacob Hollister. He played for us last season. Veteran tight end, has been in the league for a while. I think a reason why we allowed OJ to walk off probably wasn't getting the system down, but also he's not that big in the blocking game. Jacob Hollister is more of a blocking tight end. He can also get it done here and there in the passing game. But, this may be a camp body type situation, maybe even a practice squad type situation. But we have brought back Jacob Hollister to the tight end room to add some competition at training camp. So there you have it. Salute to my dog, Raider Man in the building. I appreciate you, brother. Salute Docs 19K. This regime is filling all the holes with depth. Pause. Get off my Raiders. We in here. Raider Nation for life. Shout out to my dog, Raider Man. And I just seen your message on Instagram as well, brother. I was literally doing the thumbnail as you hit me up and said coffee and convo. So salute to my dog, man. Shout out to my big bro, Chuck Taylor, man, in the building. If you guys want or need any artwork or any visual work, Reach out to Mount Shieldmore's own Chuck Taylor. He did my intro. He's working on Waste's new intro. He's working on Hammer's intro. Make sure you guys reach out to our brother, man, Chuck Taylor. Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. Chuck, make sure you put your stuff inside the comment section to let everybody know where to follow you at, brother. Salute. Shout to Rax, man. Shit, probably brought Hollister in because Mayer was getting no, this is not true at all, Rax. This could be the furthest from the truth. Yes, Max was out there working Mayer yesterday. That's what he's supposed to do. Max is doing exactly what he's supposed to do as a veteran superstar on this roster. He is being very, very, very competitive with Michael Mayer. Guess why? Because he knows that Michael Mayer has that talent to get it done at the next level. So he's going to push at him. And but this has nothing to do with Michael Mayer. He's been having a phenomenal camp thus far. I'm hearing nothing but great things from Michael Mayer in the blocking game. In the receiving game, I'm hearing really good things from our second round rookie tight end. So has nothing to do with Michael Mayer and Max Crosby's little thing they got going on or whatnot. You know what I mean? Hollister will be more of a camp body type situation. I think he only played in 4 games for us last year. This isn't a situation where he's going to come in and fight for a starting spot. This guy, to me, truly is a camp body. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building. Yeah, man, shout out to GA. I'm looking for Jimmy G to put Mayers in premier tight end conversation. Talk that talk, my brother. Shout out to Vegas Raiders. He said, Josh DeBoe says AP pays in peanuts. Are you going to make him as a contributor? Oh, speaking of that, you guys, also go to planetraiders.com. Our brother Big Mike Raider just dropped a phenomenal article on our rookie corner out of Maryland, Jacorian Bennett. Make sure you guys go over to planetraiders.com. Check out the new article. It is really, really phenomenal work. And I'm not just saying that that's because that's my brother, because we set the standard high over here. If it's ass, I won't even have promoted it. You know what I'm saying? It is a phenomenal article, like all Big Mike's articles are. Make sure to go to planetraiders.com and go check it out, man. Salute to my dog, Gio. McDaniel said it's a full contact from day one. Not scared of injuries, just building a tough physical culture off the rip, shows confidence in the roster, and that they know we need to be a tough team to compete. Factory outlet, my brother Gio. Salute to you, my brother. I couldn't have put it any better right there, man. Shout out to Gio. Love it. Physicality. Gotta be physical, man. And that's what they're building over here. A youthful team with veterans, sprinkled in there with competitiveness and physicality. I love to see it, man. I love to see it. You can see it already with Max and Jimmy G going at it. You know what I mean? I just love it. I love the competition. I love the physicality when it comes to this game of football that we love, man. Salute to my boy Gio, man. Shout out to my boy Midnight, man. Let's be real. How many tight ends in the league can actually stop Mad Max one-on-one? Not too many. Not too many, Midnight. Let's just keep it a buck. That's why he gets paid the big bucks and why he's one of the best defensive players, not just best defensive ends, but one of the best defensive players in the league. Salute to 1921. I will say I respect this organization for trying to get better at all positions and wanting to get better. Always looking to improve at all positions. Salute. And this is Factory Outlet, man. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. I appreciate you guys. The back is still killing me, you guys, but hey, work is work. Got to get to it. Got to do what I got to do. Woke up this morning, cleaned the whole house. I wanted some normalcy back to my life. I've been sitting in the bed for 2 days. So I was like, you know what? I got to get out the bed, cleaned up the house, went outside with the dog for a little while, got my coffee, you know what I mean? And I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things, man. Wayne Kerr, what's up, my brother? Shout out to my dog, Austin, as well. Rising. Graphk, just checking in. Glad to see how much good news is coming out of camp already. Yeah, man. Really, really good news, you guys. I'll even bring up a few more tweets that we could talk about. Tashawn Reed put that out there, you guys. Jimmy G is on the pitch count. He left practice early today. Brian Hoyer closed out practice as a starter for the Raiders. I didn't see him make his exit. McDaniels talked before practice, so we can't ask him about it today. They're off practice tomorrow and return to action Friday. He is on the pitch count, you guys. He'll be okay. Let me see. I don't know. Twitter is tripping right now, man. Real quick. Salute to everybody in the building, you guys. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up if you are not subscribed to the channel yet. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, man. I think the presser. What is the presser coming on? Let me see. Let me check it out. Shout out to my brother Andy in the building. We loved having our little brother on yesterday, man. It was really, really fun, man. Salute to our brother Andy in the building. I think they had one 2 hours ago. Oh, they're live right now. Okay. Let's bring it on. You know how we do, y'all. Let's put it on full display. All right, let me get it going. Damn, Chloe. All right. Salute to everybody here in the building. I'm going to share the presser right now, you guys. Let's watch this presser as a family and see what the hell is going on. They got Brian Hoyer on the podium today, Jermaine Illuminor, and Malcolm Kuntz. I definitely want to see what Kuntz has to say. Boom. Boom. All right. We will probably be waiting for the next several hours for this. But we'll wait together as a unit. Salute to Team Raider. I appreciate you, brother. David, that article is on The Athletic. So you have to pay for it. I believe it's a couple dollars a month. But somebody sent me a few screenshots of that particular part of the article. So I'm actually not subscribed to the Athletic. If you guys want to, go support them. Definitely some good stuff in there. But somebody sent me those little tidbits from the article that he had written. Shout out to Clark Arroyo, man. I appreciate you, brother. He said that shit is like the Xbox Ring of Death. Shout out to Raider Jimmy, man. What's good, my brother? Salute. Let me see. Chandler Wilson, Tillery Max. That's solid. I think that's even better. I think that's better than solid. And it's great too, you guys, because we know right now that it's getting closer and closer to Tyree Wilson coming back to the football field. And I can't wait for him to pop back up, because that defensive line is going to be in for a rude awakening when our young pup out of Texas Tech finally hits the field. Shout out to my brother Raiders God in the building as well. Sacramento's definitely in the building. Let me see. Spinning Shield of Death. Salute to GA. Shout out to Raider Reese. Now I'll stick to my Planet Raiders. So we're going to be a lot more active as well on Planet Raiders moving forward. Raider Reese is going to be a lot of content coming out of it. A lot of content coming out of PlanetRaiders.com. Shout out to my brother Mike Downs. Docs, who do you think would be the most improved player on the Raiders offense and defense? Defensively, I'm going to go with Trayvon Merrick. That's what I'm going to go with, man. I think he's going to have a big year after that down year last season under Patrick Graham. Hearing really good things about him right now. I'm going to go with Merrick. But it'd be easy to go with Nate Hobbs, though, too, right? Because he had a down season, was hurt. It'd be kind of easy to go with Nate Hobbs. I expect more out of him. I'm going to go with Trayvon Merrick on the defensive side of the ball. But damn, bro, to be honest, Downs, I can go with Chandler Jones as well. I can go with Chandler Jones. Those are three players. I'll go with those three guys. How about that? And if Divine Diablo is healthy and on the field, you could throw him in that conversation as well. On the offensive side of the ball, look, there's so many players that you can look at, but there's a lot of new. Hunter Renfrow, right? Why wouldn't he be the most improved? He had a down season last year, dealt with some injuries, but I'm going to go with the offensive line. I think that Dylan Parham is going to take that next step at left guard, and he's going to be that dude. He's going to be that dude. I'm talking about maybe even in a Pro Bowl conversation. Dylan Parham, left guard. That's what I'm going. That's what I'm going with. So it could be Dylan Parham, you know what I mean? It could be Hunter Renfrow, or it can be Zeus. Why not? I mean, he only had 17 carries last year. I think this easy as hell to improve from that, right? So, and another one, why not throw Jermaine Illuminor in there? If you eliminate the penalties, last year was a phenomenal season. And I think, he knows that he has to focus on that this upcoming season. I think if he eliminates those penalties, you know what I mean, and stops putting his team in those kind of situations, I think that he can be a phenomenal right tackle in the league. Salute to my dog Junior, man. Salute, Graphk. Shout out to the nation. Called off just to catch a live. It's that great content. Salute to my dog Junior. Raiders Zilla's in the building. Want to see the new offensive line, UDFA. Oh, yeah, man. I want McClendon Curtis. Chattanooga Pup. He's a dog, bro. He's a dog, Zilla. Shout out to Ghost Sniper. Doc's offensive most improved. I'm going to go with Zeus. And defense, just the defensive line in general. Okay, I like that. Rube says Neil Farrell Jr. and Bilal Nichols need to be the most improved. And I can definitely see Bilal Nichols being in that conversation. Definitely. Looks really good shape. Sounds like he's prepared and ready to go. Sounds like there's a lot of camaraderie in that defensive line room. You know what I mean? I love the brotherhood that these guys have built, the 28-5, mindset, or 25-8 mindset. I love it. Shout out to PM. Sacramento's in the building, 916, my hometown. Salute. Shout out to Gio. Yo, does Jaylon Smith have anything left in the tank? Dude was great for the Cowboys, but that was a while back. I mean, look, to be honest, look, I like I said, I'm biased. I'm biased because Notre Dame, right? But there would have been a few other guys that I would have rather had than bringing in Jaylon Smith for a workout. Let's just say that. You know what I mean? He has the name, so a lot of people are excited to bring him in. You know what I mean? One-time Pro Bowler. That always helps, right? You just, brings that little extra to the table in terms of optically what you're looking at, right? You see Pro Bowl and you're like, oh, shit, we're bringing in a Pro Bowl linebacker, right? Because technically, you guys, let's just keep it a buck. Jaylon Smith has as many Pro Bowls as Denzel Perriman, right? So, if you view it from that prism, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, shit, we're bringing in a Pro Bowler. But no, he does not have anywhere near what he brought to the table with Dallas anymore. He's still productive, Gio, and I think him, and Patrick Graham, with the familiarity there, I think that they can work I think they can work it out. You know what I mean? I think that Jaylon would be a nice little piece for us, but at this point, Jaylon Smith is more depth than a guy that I'm very, very excited about bringing in as a potential starter. You know what I'm saying? And if he does end up being a starter, Gio, it's going to be like the Blake Martinez effect, where it's like, you know what I mean? Our linebacking core is just ravaged by injuries, God forbid, you know what I mean? And you just got to throw them out there because we're pretty much thin as shit at the linebacker position. I think Jaylon, will get his fair snaps if we do sign him, but I'm just looking at it more as a depth piece. He's not that 3-down linebacker. You're not going to keep him out there. He's not going to be great in coverage, you know what I mean? But, the guy he still has something left in the tank. It's just not what we all assumed he would have had coming out of Notre Dame when he was drafted to Dallas in the second round. Yeah, definitely did, Ryzen. It definitely did rob him. And that's sad, man, because he was a clear-cut first-round talent. Salute to all my people in the building, man. Wipe them feet, you guys. Hit them thumbs up. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Shout out to Wayne. He says, Chandler's going to sack Russell Wilson 4 times this season. I'm hoping, bro. I'm hoping. Shout out to Raw Dog, one of the greatest names in YouTube history. Can Mad Max establish himself as the #1 defensive end in the league this year? That is tough. That is very, very, very tough. You know what I'm saying? 729, you have to take into effect there's still the Myles Garretts of the world out there. You know what I mean? There's some phenomenal edge rushers in the NFL. And I'm going to be honest, can he be in that discussion? Definitely. You got the Bosas of the world. Can he be in that top 3? Definitely. I'm still looking at Myles Garrett. I'm still looking at Bosa. You know what I mean? Nick Bosa. Those guys are still, the cream of the crop. But I said at the beginning of this season that I thought that Max was going to take that step from being a star into a superstar. This is the season that he takes that next leap. You know what I'm saying? So #1, I don't know, because Myles Garrett is just dominant, is all get up out there in Cleveland. And like I said, Nick Bosa, you know what I mean? He's a tough guy, to just throw Max over. You know what I mean? Statistically, yeah, we could say that Max has had some years where maybe he, got to the hold on, Max is gonna he's gonna feast against McGlinchey. This is facts. But top 3 DE. I'm just gonna say that. Well, we'll just cut that. We'll cut that convo quick. Top 3. I got him in that conversation with those guys. TJ Watt as well, Clifton. You got Watt, you got Bosa, you got Myles Garrett, but he's definitely in the discussion to be in that top 3, top 5 range. Shout out to Kellenberger. Vinny B just tweeted, with each passing Raiders practice, Trey Tucker shows more and more. Hard to characterize him any other way but weapon. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. A guy that a lot of people were questioning why we went and got him out of Cincinnati in the 3rd round. And now it looks as though and sounds as though, it's paying off in training camp. Still early, you know what I mean? But that guy is a dog, man. He is a dog. That quickness, you can't teach that. That shit is elite. Shout out to the 350 people in the chat. Salute, salute, salute. Wipe them feet, y'all. Real quick, you guys, shameless plug. Go to OakLosVegas.com. Go get the 3 Coliseum t-shirt, the OG t-shirt, Oakland, Los Angeles, Vegas. Make sure to go get your t-shirts, OakLosVegas.com. And if you want to become a member of the channel, it is one of the best ways to support the channel. Hit the link. It's pinned up top. It really is one of the best ways to support. And we're going to be doing Oak Las Vegas giveaways all season long. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm not hearing anything about Divine Diablo at this point at all. Shout out to Raider by Nature. Let's continue that donkey sweep. Great content. Shout out to Raider by Nature. Hey, Josh, I'll tell you. Hey, Josh, you know one person who ain't? Salute. Yeah, shout out to Rick Garrett, Nick Bosa, TJ Watt, Max. Yeah, and Micah, Micah Parsons, definitely, he's a fucking dog, man. He's different. He's different. And he lines up all over the damn place. And let's just I got to put another name in that conversation. When healthy, right? When healthy, Von Miller is still a stud in the NFL at the defensive end position. You know what I'm saying? Or as an edge rusher. Shout out to Hammering Raider Hank. Salute, new subscriber, great channel. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Shout out to Primo's Graphk. Been talking sincere since training camp 2022. I'm telling you, I watched his film early, Primos. I watched it during the draft last offseason. Watched him out of, Tulsa, San Antonio. I'm telling you, the dude runs crazy downhill. The guy is very underappreciated in the passing game, or very underrated in the passing game. Sincere. High stakes McCormick. Shout out to Casper's in the building as well. There's rumors that Jared Stidham is winning the starting role for the Donkeys. That got to be just a rumor, David. I couldn't even imagine Sean Payton coming in year one. Actually, I could imagine Sean Payton doing that. Coming in year one. After that, the previous regime traded all those first round picks and got rid of all those players for the likes of Russell Wilson, for them to bench him and have a steady start for him. That would be actually hilarious. Real quick, man, shout out to my dog, man, Midnight Raider King on the $50 special. I appreciate you, my brother, and everything you do for the channel. Been a Raider fan for 40 plus years. I believe that McDaniel, Zeke, or the MD, Mark Davis, Zeke, and Josh McDaniels will bring greatness back to the Raiders. All of the negative motherfuckers need to exit stage left and allow all the real ones to trust the process. The autumn wind has cometh. Raiders, talk that talk, Midnight. Salute to my guy, man. I appreciate you so much, and I agree with every single word that you just said. I have a feeling in the next year or so, a lot of these so-called fans are going to be eating crow, and I'm going to be laughing all the way back to this screen to go live so I can laugh again in front of y'all face. It is what it is. Salute, salute, salute to my brother Midnight. Love, King. Love, love, love. Appreciate you so much. Primo says Stidham isn't winning, but there's a report that he's outperforming Russell Wilson. Shit. I mean, it ain't too hard to outperform what we seen last year out of Russell. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Once again, shout out to my dog, Midnight Raider King, man. Salute to my boy Junior, man. Graphk, Oak Las Vegas, talk about the best podcast. Salute, my brother, with that content. The Mecca name, bro. We need to get you the credentials to get back in the Black House, asking the questions we want to answer. I'm working on it, my brother. I promise you, Junior, I'm working on it. We'll be in Vegas soon, probably next year, early next year. I'm working on that move, trying to get everything in line. media credentials and all that good stuff. I'm working on it, brother. I promise you. I want to get in there and ask all the tough questions. I don't know if they're going to allow a real one in the building, but if they do, I'm going in there and I'm cooking, King. I'm cooking. Salute to my dog, Junior, man. Vegas says, Graph, I must say you're the fastest reading comments live on the air. Bro, you're good. Salute to my dog, Vega, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, Vegas Raiders, we are not getting a shot at Caleb unless we just trade 1 million first-round picks to go up and get him. It's not happening. We will be nowhere near that discussion for Caleb Williams. I have to take days off to work to catch these conversations. Thank you, Docs. Salute to my brother, Oakland fan, man. Salute, salute. Man, it's taking forever. These guys always take 1 million years for their lives to come on, man, for these pressers. It's crazy. Steven, they haven't done anything. Well, I can't say that they haven't done anything for me to trust them. They went out and got, the best wide receiver in the game, right when they jumped in. You know what I'm saying? They brought a guy like Chandler Jones in free agency, and I don't care what anybody says. We got rid of Yannick and brought in Chandler Jones. Yes, Yannick had more sacks, right? The more sexy plays, but Chandler Jones is the better football player. So they upgraded the edge room. They went out and got Tyree Wilson this year, a great draft class. Steven, in year one, they went and got your future left guard in Dylan Parham, a guy that's going to start in this league for years to come. They potentially now, with Zeus looking, we don't know what Zeus is, so I can't really speak too much, but they may have drafted Josh Jacobs' replacement. You know what I mean? They got a bunch of starters in this rookie class this year, and Michael Mayer, and you just never know, potentially Trey Tucker and potentially Byron Young, right? Jacorian Bennett may win in one of those spots. So at the end of the day, man, I'm just being patient with these guys. I'm giving them a shot. Gruden won 4 games in year one in the second tenure. You know what I mean? Like, we won 6 last year, and we should have won upwards of 10 if we would have been able to close out and do what we were supposed to be doing. So I'm going to be honest, maybe they haven't done enough yet. Cool. I'm cool with that, and I can agree with that. We haven't won anything, but I'm just giving them a shot. But we can't say that they haven't done anything. These guys have went out and done some shit. You know what I mean? Like, let's stop, man. And they had the nuts to move on from Derek Carr. That's a win in my books. It is what it is. Shout to, come on, man. What's good, brother Graphk? 2 questions. Do you think Trey will replace Renfro for punt returns? Yes. I definitely do. From what McMahon was saying yesterday is Trey Tucker is out there learning from Renfro, learning from DeAndre Carter. You know what I mean? Yes, I do believe that Trey Tucker will replace him immediately in special teams. And do you really think McCormick will make this roster? Yes, I do. I think Sincere McCormick is definitely going to make this roster, and I think he's going to be a dog for us moving forward. This is the thing. I'm not you guys saying that he's going to come in and be a superstar running back, right? I'm not expecting him a UDFA to come into the league and be Josh Jacobs. You know what I mean? I'm expecting him to come in and get reps and take advantage of those reps. It reminds me a lot of like Jalen Richard, a guy that came in the first game of his career, 2016, took off, for like a 50, 60, 70 yarder or some shit, right? I just think that he can be one of those kind of players. You know what I mean? A guy that can run the ball, get it done in the passing game, maybe potentially get it done in the blocking game. You know what I mean? This isn't a guy that I'm thinking that's going to be the next Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smith, but I do think that he can make this roster and be productive on this offense. So salute to my dog, man. Shout out to Lucky King as well. Let me see. Salute. Speaking of the Donkeys, D. Adams said that PS2 isn't there yet, meaning he isn't at his level. What do you think, brother? Also been watching you since 2019. Love the channel. Keep it up, brother. Salute to Lucky King. Definitely do remember you, brother. You have definitely been down since day one. And look, Pat Surtain is there, but he's not there where Devontae Adams is. That's all it is. This was all Devontae saying. There's levels to this shit. I am the greatest at my position, and you're not the greatest at your position yet, right? Patrick Surtain, I would take him over anybody that we have on that defense, any DB that we have on this roster, period. Patrick Surtain is going to be a superstar. He's already a star right now. He's saying there's levels to superstardom. I'm up here. You're down here. You're not ready to cover the likes of me yet. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't think it was any disrespect. I just think it was real talk. It was real chat, real shit. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building. Shout out to Kellenberger real quick, man. Beast Rider tweeted out, QB Jimmy Garoppolo connected with Hunter Renfro on a 12-yard catch for the second consecutive day. You love to hear it, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, you guys. Big Pern, it's cool, bro. It's cool. Like I said, I'm excited about bringing in some depth at the linebacker position. This isn't a guy that I think is going to come in and, you know what I mean, just change everything in that room, but definitely will provide a veteran presence. One-time Pro Bowler, been on some winning teams, hasn't won any rings, but has done some things. And I'm just excited about bringing in some veteran leadership to the linebacker room. Do I think that Jaylon Smith's going to be that guy that's literally just going to come in and take the league by storm? No. Those days are past him. You know what I mean? But he's 28, still has a little bit left in the tank. He can definitely add some depth to that room. Shout out to my brother Andy, man. As always, little bro, just watched Josh McDaniels' presser, and it seems like they plan for JJ to be here. And at the end of the day, he's an offensive-minded coach that will want Josh Jacobs back. Yeah, you know, and they're playing hardball in the media right now. You know, Andy, they're very smart and they're very calculated, right? Because they know that Josh is being really quiet right now. They know that he's not telling his side of things because that will definitely stain his reputation and make him look totally bad. But, you know, them coming out now saying, we still want to sit down. You know, we want to figure this out. We want him to come back. They know now that if you come back, the deadline's done. Like, you have to sign the franchise tag. You cannot figure out a new deal until next season, until next offseason. So they're playing hardball with him right now. They're definitely playing hardball with him. They're saying, look, just come in and play for, play for that 10.8 this year. And, you know, we'll revisit. We'll sit down we'll sit down at the end of the season and we'll figure this out. But, Chuck, like, look, they have offered him a chance to come in and negotiate, and we did. It just didn't. It looks as though we couldn't come up with the guaranteed money that him and his representation asked for. That's what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? And look, I get it. This shit happens year in and year out. But they did make an offer. So at the end of the day, they want Josh Jacobs back. They do. They just don't want to break the bank. And they don't want, you know what I mean? They don't want to reset the market. I respect it. But at this point, they really pretty much do have all the leverage. Josh, come in, sign this deal. We'll revisit this situation next offseason where we could potentially just throw the franchise tag on you again. Or we can just let you walk. Or even trade you. Kyle, man, I love this signing of Nerlin Noel, another Kentucky guy. I'm excited for my Kings. We got a guy that can play defense, rebound. That's what we needed, man. We needed that defensive, backup center that can come in and grab some boards, make some block shots, play some defense. That's what we were missing all offseason last year. The greatest offense in the NBA, the greatest offense statistically of all time. We just needed some help. We had some deficiencies on the defensive side of the ball. He's going to be mad as fuck if he comes in and plays and they tag him again. Now that would be, but it's the business, Dan. And he would be getting, a pay, he wouldn't be taking a pay cut. He'd get a pay raise. I think it goes from 10.8 to 12.5 next season. Don't quote me on that, but it's around the 12 range. So technically you would get a pay raise. If you play well this year, take the 10.8, they throw the tag on you again, you're getting paid, $12 million, 12.2, Dan. There you go. You're getting paid $12.2 million. And that's, at this point, top market for running backs. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, look, Josh, go get your bread, King. Q, I am thugging it out as much as I can, brother. Back brace, CBD oils, Advil galore. But it's all good. I got to do what I got to do. But I can't stop hunching over, man. When I sit up, when I stand straight up, it kills me, bro. Let me see. Yep, Vegas, this is facts. Can still give Josh incentives as well. Can definitely hit him with the Saquon Barkley deal. Shit, man. Facts. Did you see that Marcus Peters says he wants to bring another defensive player to the Raiders? Reese, where was that? Was that where'd you see that? I didn't see that. Please direct me to that, brother. Maybe it's Troy Hill. How many former Rams do you want to bring in? You got David Long Jr., former Ram. Troy Hill that came in, former Ram. Marcus Peters played for the former Ram. Tyler Hall, former Ram. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I don't know. Pretty much going to have the whole Rams DB room here shortly. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building. A-Doc's food for thought, but can you see our rookie QB perhaps throwing the long bomb to Devontae in the play action package? Chris, I wouldn't put anything past what Josh McDaniels does on the offensive side of the ball. Definitely wouldn't. Do I see it happening? Me personally, no. But would I be shocked if it happened? Definitely not. Griselda, this is facts. Docs, I'm going to say this. Optimism about the Raiders is a must. This is facts, man. Facts. John Cena says Josh needs to the money to pay all that child support in the near future. As someone who's dealt with child support themselves, brother, I agree. Even though it's just rumors and rumblings about Josh Jacobs with the whole 9 kids shit. So I don't believe any of it. Hey, David, look, I'm going to be honest, man. If this team, right, goes on a run, if the Raiders go on a run, let's just say they go on a run. I'm going to get this off the screen for a minute until let's just say we go on a run, okay? And the Rams shit the bed, which I believe they will. They've lost a lot of pieces on the defensive side of the ball. Cooper Kupp got injured yesterday. I don't know how severe that is, but if he's out for a crazy amount of time, the Rams may really, really suck. You know what I'm saying? There was already rumblings that if they start off slow, they may try to get rid of Aaron Donald. I'm just going to say, man, no state tax, Aaron Donald, come get your issue. Come to Vegas. We can definitely use a superstar defensive tackle of your stature, brother. The best in the game. Let me see. Top. Yo, Docs, do you think that because Kuntz is going to speak this year, I think that may mean McDaniels has some faith in him this year? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm hearing good things about him. I'm hearing he, put more muscle on, hearing that he got taller. I think they're saying he's somewhere around 6'4", 6'5" now. Look, you guys know I've been high on Malcolm Kuntz since day one. You know what I mean? I was the only guy that had him on my draft boards, you know what I mean, that year when he came out of Buffalo. You know what I mean? Like nobody even knew who this guy was. You know what I'm saying? So, but do they have faith in him? Last year showed that they didn't. So maybe they have seen something in the offseason that maybe they're starting to get a little glimmer of hope. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, these guys have people talk at pressers all the time that aren't going to be here. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm just going to tell you right now, Top. He has he has a lot of work ahead of him. There's a lot of work ahead of him with with these young guys, man, that are going to be fighting for that position, fighting for that one, that one spot. And I don't know, man. I don't know. We shall see. Yeah, Dan. OJ Howard, he didn't do a presser per se, but he did an interview, which is even worse. Pre-production. They put it together. The next day he was let go. You know what I mean? So you never know. You never really know. You know what I mean? But Adam Plant, Top. Adam Plant. Keep an eye on that battle between him, Kuntz, and potentially Jordan Willis, the veteran that came in from the Niners in that defensive line. Yeah, Albert, you know what I mean? Look, I think Kuntz can be a great pass rusher. It's just he has to get better against the run. We have the draft capital for it, Ghost Sniper. I don't know if they would want to give up 2 first-round picks for Aaron Donald when he's at the end of his career and that kind of contract. You know what I'm saying? So the Rams would kind of have to bite the bullet a little bit. I don't know if any team would offer up 2 first-round picks to take on a guy that may retire next season and has all that money. So I don't know what it would really cost. Me personally, I love Aaron Donald at the defensive tackle position so much that I would give up whatever it takes to go get him. You know what I'm saying? But, I don't know, man. I think this regime would rather use the draft capital for a quarterback next season. Wayne, look, they're going to get a quarterback regardless, but how early is the question? And I don't think that they're planning on going to get one that early. I think that they really have high hopes for Aiden O'Connell. I think that every year they're going to go get another quarterback to develop, which makes sense. Bring more, competitiveness to that room, because you never know. You may develop one and he turns into the next best thing smoking. But they're going to probably draft a quarterback year in and year out. You know what I'm saying? The only year they didn't was the first year when they got Chase Garbers as a UDFA, but they didn't draft one. You know what I mean? Because we were so thin. We only had like 5 or 6 draft picks, and we needed some defense. We needed some help on the offensive line. They went running back, in the 4th. You know what I mean? So, but we shall see. Sue is available in the season. Maybe he's available right now, Alec. But once again, I'm so over the whole Sue talks. Every year we do these videos about bringing in Sue, and it just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. So I'm over that shit. He's not the same Sue that he once was. I'm about to stop screen share because it's tripping out my stream right now, you guys. Someone let me know when it comes back on, and I'll definitely share the screen. Or you know what? I can hear it. Never mind. Facts, Top. Facts. We definitely got to get to 20K, man. And we're on our way, man. We're on it. We're almost shit. We're already almost to 19,100, man. So we're moving and shaking, man. We're moving and shaking. It's gonna take a little bit to get there, but we gonna get there. We're gonna get there. There's a few ways I can get there quick, but I'm not one of those guys that's going to go out there and just throw some garbage into the world just to get some subs. You know what I mean? But I can definitely do a few weird videos that some of these guys be doing and go get a quick 1,000 subscribers. But grassrooted over here, man. Grassrooted. We get every subscriber out the mud. We get every subscriber out the mud. Salute to Rick. Oh, my wife has definitely been putting on the CBD oil for me. Definitely. Hey, I'm just saying, man. If I wanted to, I can go get 1,000. I can go get 1,000 subscribers right now, real quick, real fast, real quick. But I'm not gonna do that. Salute to the 400 people in the building, you guys. Salute, salute, salute for what we're talking about thus far today, you guys. Brandon Faison, the injury is not serious. He should probably be back soon. Which is a really, really good sign. Marcus Peters standing out at camp today. Got a nice pick. He's also been working with Webb, working with the other corners, being a great veteran leader out there in that DB room. Hunter Renfrow continues to flash. It seems like every day, right? Every day you're hearing something else from Hunter Renfrow. So it's good to see that it looks like he's in for, a great season moving forward. What else? We signed Jacob Hollister, veteran tight end. He played 4 games for us last year. A day after we got rid of OJ Howard. Jacob Hollister can block. You know what I mean? So if we do keep him around, it's probably going to be for his blocking ability. He's okay in the passing game as well. Veteran guy, been around the league for a minute. But I think he's a camp body, to be honest. You got Jaylon Smith coming in today, you guys. For a workout. I'm waiting to see what happens with that. I have no clue. There's no updates yet on what that workout looked like, what it entailed. But I'm definitely waiting to see what that looks like, because after going out and signing Darius Harris, the veteran from the Kansas City Chiefs, it looks as though we're still building that linebacker room up, and I love it. I love that, Sean. And bro, that means a lot to me, bro. Like, that's what this is about, right? Docs, here's the difference between you and them other dudes. If YouTube ended tomorrow, you'd still have a community. Your impact transcends one platform. Salute to you, dog. That, Sean, bro, that means everything to me, bro. Man, dog. Salute to you, bro. Impact over everything, Sean. Salute to my brother, Sean, man. Another guy that's been around since day one. Salute to my boy. Wiped and feet, y'all. Do you think we try to bring in Johnson? We've talked about this, right, Rick, about bringing in John Johnson III, but the way it sounds like that safety room is gelling, I mean, is there really any reason for it? You know what I mean? We don't even need to bring in John Johnson. We don't even need to add any extra bread, towards bringing another safety. It looks as though Marcus Epps is doing his thing. Trayvon's doing his thing. I've heard good things about Chris Smith, the rookie, and it sounds as though Palamau is doing his thing. So at this point, really no reason to even go get another safety. I wanted him early on in the process, definitely, because I was still questionable about the safety room. But, maybe we take a look at him later on. Maybe, God forbid, an injury occurs. Maybe we take another look. But we did look at him a few years ago before he signed with Cleveland when he was a free agent leaving the Rams. I don't know. Maybe we give him another look. I don't know. But at this point, I wouldn't do it. Primos, I appreciate you, bro. People weird for hating on greatness, docs. Keep doing what you. It comes with the territory, man. You already know how brother. Raider Primos wouldn't be without you and Mount Shillmore. Salute to my brother, man. Salute Primos, my dog, man. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Shout out to Pastor Raider, my brother. This team has so much young talent that I believe that this is the most important preseason in a long time. Okay, I like that because, there's a lot of competition, right? It's a lot of competition. Like these guys are going to be out there fighting for spots left and right in preseason. In years past, it was like you could have a bad preseason with us and still make the roster. You know what I'm saying? Like you could go out there and have a shitty ass preseason and still make the roster because we were terrible with depth. We had no depth on a lot of those rosters. You know what I mean? Now, at this point, it's like there really is a lot of competition in the DB room, the safety spot, the LB room. It's just, I love it, man. This, like we said, we've been saying this as of late. It feels different. It feels different. The energy around this team is very, very different right now. Does this have to do with Diablo? Look, hey, Jump Walls, I don't want to say it does, bro, but I also cannot say that it doesn't. It's been very quiet on the Divine Diablo front. I have not heard anybody mention his name at camp. I have not seen him in any of the footage that I've seen. I seen one person, and I forgot who. I think it was Reese. I think it was Raider Reese, right? I think you said that you seen him out there. I didn't see it, brother. Please send me something on Instagram or Twitter because I'm going to be honest. If Divine Diablo was out there, all these beat writers and all the fans that are out there would have tweeted it out, would have said something if he was out there. There's not one word about Divine Diablo. Shout out to T-Wave, my brother. I appreciate you, man. Kenny Ken, this is facts. Yeah. Shout out to KJ King, man. Like Cat Williams said, if you got 20 haters, go get you 10 more. Oh, I got a whole community of them. And I love it. I love it. Comes with the territory, man. You know what I mean? Let me see. Depth, veteran linebacker is cool at multiple spots. Shout out to my brother Jamal, man. In years past, guys like Bernie and Jay Severe are penciled in as starters because we would be dependent on them. This is facts. In recent history, you're looking at a 6th rounder, a 7th rounder. You're just pretty much penciling them in. This is facts, Maul. This is facts. You ain't never lied, bro. Never lied. We can go back in recent history and look at 6th round linebackers and DBs and all that other shit. Late round guys that we brought in that was pretty much forced to be into the in starting roles. You ain't never lied. Cena, I'm definitely hyped, bro. I can't wait till Saturday, man. We'll see if The Rock pops up. Hope Bray Wyatt comes out too, man. It starts a new. I want to see the Wyndham 6 versus the new Hurt Business with the Street Profits, Bobby Lashley, and all those guys. That would be fire. One Hall of Fame games tomorrow. We should do a live, you guys. We should do a live watching that game. Just to celebrate football being back. Have some beers, maybe have some drinks. Put the Hall of Fame game on and just kick it. I'm thinking about it, man. We might have to do that. We might have to just put the game on, kick it, watch it, have some drinks, watch some real football. That sounds like an idea to me. Yeah, Q, bro, Keith McGill, damn, and Nico Thorpe. Yo, Q, you are going back. What, Keith McGill, Utah, right? Utah. Did he have crazy measurables too? Tall DB. I thought Keith McGill was going to be the truth. Okay, yeah, well, we should do it. We should do it. We should definitely do a live tomorrow watching the game. I think that'd be fun. Please do not call off, Junior. And I think you're trolling a little bit, brother. I don't think you would call in to watch my show. I appreciate you so much, but don't do that. Get your bag, King. Get your bag, King. Yeah, man, that's crazy, bro. We went this a far cry from what we do, what we've seen these past few years. Let me see. Oh my God, Daniel says, Docs, remember that pick versus Kansas City went right through McGill's hands for a TD. High stakes McGill. Golly. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. We're here actually waiting for this presser to come on, but it looks as though I don't know what's going on with it, you guys. But we still over here putting on that content. Salute to LV. Docs, my guy was at practice yesterday and got Divine's autograph, so he's out there. But okay, but LV, was he on the field? Was he on the field? That's the question. Was he on the field? Was he out there playing? Let me see. I'm gonna let me see if there's any news. Yeah, I don't see anything on Divine Diablo. 6'3", 211. He was on the field playing? Reese said, I saw him on the field. Then maybe I'm wrong then. Shit, if Divine's out there, great. Shit, great. I'm going to shut the hell up about Divine Diablo then. I'm going to mind my business. I just would have thought that these guys would have been Divine Diablos on the field after missing practice for an undisclosed reason. Like, damn. Maybe it could have been that, Alec. Maybe it could have been disciplinary action, or maybe it could have been a personal issue, something with his family. Who knows? Yes, John, that documentary was fire. I watched it all the other day. Definitely fire, man. He's practicing, Chris. Okay, cool. It was reported he was on the field. Leo, from who? Look, I'm gonna shut up about it. Divine Diablo's on the field. Y'all sold me on it. Cool. Divine Diablo's out there. Thank God. Thank God. Let me see. I don't think Byron Young is out there yet, Daniel. David Ziegler must have told them reporters to shut up on Diablo. Let me see. Yeah, Top definitely talked about it. Earlier today, you guys, it was tweeted out by Jordan Schultz. Sources, free agent linebacker Jaylon Smith is working out for the Raiders right now. The 2019 Pro Bowler had 88 sacks, 3 tackles for a loss, and 1 sack last season for the Giants. He would reunite with DC Patrick Graham, with whom he spent 1 season in New York. So we talked about that a little earlier and kind of what we thought, what we can get out of him. He was still productive last season, but to me, this isn't a situation where I feel like, this is going to be a major, add to the linebacker room. I just feel like it's a good depth piece. Jaylon Smith is no longer the Jaylon Smith he once was in Dallas. But he's still playing football, still out there. Like I said, productive. Being productive in the NFL says a lot. Everybody, you're only going to have a couple handfuls here and there, superstars, right? For you to be productive in the NFL, that is a big thing. That means you're a good football player. And right now, Jaylon Smith is still a good football player. Being productive at 28 years old, after all the injuries that he's had to deal with, all the backlash that he got being injured in Notre Dame and then being drafted by Jerry in the 2nd round to Dallas. At the end of the day, man, to see him still out there balling, still playing football, I want a guy like that just keeps coming back, right? I want a guy that's going to keep coming back after all those injuries and dealing with this shit and going from, Dallas to Green Bay to here to there. Like, you want a guy that's going to keep fighting. And I think right now Jaylon Smith has some things to prove. That's why, you know, I'm cool with bringing him in and adding him to the linebacker room. Divine is on the field. Okay, then Rax, we're good. Salute, my brother. Maybe a change of scenery is what Smith needed. I mean, Primos, I got to be real, bro. I got to be real because a change of scenery, man. Let me read this to you real quick. Change of scenery is what he's been getting the past few years. Let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? Change of scenery. Played in Dallas from 2017 to 2020. And then in 2021, played on 3 teams: Dallas, Green Bay, the Giants, and then went back to play for the Giants again last season. So, you know, he's had a few changes of sceneries. I don't know if maybe us helping him or bringing him in is going to elevate him, you know, returning with Patrick Graham. Maybe. But I'm just not expecting high. I don't have my expectations aren't this high of Jaylon Smith. I would have rather had Zach Cunningham. I would rather would have had Rashad Evans. You know what I'm saying? I rather would have had, you know, maybe even Kyle Van Noy, a guy that can still get to the quarterback. You know what I mean? But we're adding linebackers. That's all you can ask for. Let me see. I like that, GA. I like that. Oh, it was reported by Q. Okay, I didn't see anything that. Okay, cool. I did not see that. I'm about to look it up right now. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Appreciate you guys. Your boy Q. Let me see. See if I see anything. Latest. Boom. Still don't see anything out there. I'll look it up. I'm gonna take y'all word for it, man. I'm gonna take y'all word for it. Anthony Barr is still available. Another veteran guy. Let me see. What is taking the Raiders so damn long? Yeah, man. I don't know. I kind of gave up on the presser, bro. Kind of gave up on that. William, at this point, I'm gonna be honest, there really aren't any top free agents. There aren't. You know what I mean? There's not anybody that's gonna definitely just come in and move the needle from day one. I mean, at this point, you're adding depth, you're adding veteran leadership. You're not going out and getting a superstar in free agency this late in the game. You know what I mean? But and what I mean by, I know you said depth on the defense, but you're saying like a top free agent. There's not really too many out there, William. You know what I mean? We're looking at Jaylon Smith. I said, you know, Zach Cunningham. I said Rashard Evans, Kyle Van Noy. We brought in Troy Hill the other day, veteran corner. You know, Team Raiders said Anthony Barr. You know what I mean? Maybe you can add another edge rusher if you choose to. If you want to go out there and Jadeveon Clowney realizes that he's not the guy that he thinks he is inside his head and takes a team-friendly deal, add another edge rusher. Why not? There's nothing against that, right? But yeah, Primos, I'd probably say that. Rashad Evans will probably be my top free agent right now. A linebacker that can come in and help get it done at the next level. Yeah, we don't really, yeah, there you go, Dan. We don't really have the cap space to make any real big splashes anyway. But most of these players, you know, a lot of these guys, like the Yannicks, like the Jadeveon Clowneys, they're kind of kicking back and they're saying, okay, these injuries are occurring. We're going to just sit back and we're going to get a nice little bit of chunk of change from a team that's edge rusher goes down. Happens year in and year out. Jadeveon Clowney was not signed for a while last season, I believe, right? Was it last season or the year before? Sat around. And then I believe he got somewhere along the lines, and don't quote me on like $8-9 million for like a 1-year deal. That's great money. That's great value for Jadeveon Clowney. He made out. You know what I mean? But now you're not getting that kind of money, Jadeveon. I'm sorry, bro. You're not getting that kind of bread. You have to cut that shit in half. You know what I'm saying? Like, or maybe just add a bunch of incentives into that $4 or $5 million deal and add incentive to get you up to 8, maybe 9 million. But you know, heavily incentivized. Yeah, last season top. There you go. Shout out to Space Beast, man. As Raider fans, we're not used to constant roster tweaks, updates, looks, sees. Who are you lately? Had to wait till Reggie Fridays. Remember those Reggie Fridays, Space Beast? Damn, bro. Z and Champ are legit. Talk that talk, my brother. Yes, Champ Kelly and Z are definitely monitoring the NFL left and right. I don't think these guys get any damn sleep. You know what I mean? But definitely monitoring, seeing what the hell is going on and still trying to make this team better before week 1 is here. Yeah, we haven't had a stud LB core since 03. JT has been forever, brother. Shout out to Barrio. I see you, King. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. We're still 400 deep in the chat. And real quick, once again, shout out to Space Beast, man. OakLosVegas.com. Go get your OGTs and go support what we do. And PlanetRaiders.com. If you guys have not checked out Big Mike's new article on Jacorian Bennett, go over to PlanetRaiders.com. It is a great article. You do not want to miss out. Mike Neal says, I believe we trade for a linebacker at some point. Okay. We shall see, man. We shall see. We had a few opportunities already this offseason, Mike. I mean, we could have, remember it sounded as though Baltimore was kind of dangling Patrick Queen out there. With the addition of Roquan Smith, it looked as though they were trying to get rid of him. And we kind of had a chance. They were kind of dangling that carrot. And we really, we didn't make an offer. Isaiah Simmons from Arizona, it sounds as though they were kind of at a standstill with him and trying to move on. And boom, that kind of went away. We had an opportunity to go out and go get one. We just haven't done it. You know what I mean? Shout out to my dog, LA Crash Dog, my boy, man. Gunny is in the building. Salute, King. Yeah. Raider Kingdom says, Graphk, hit up Patrick Willis for one more season. Here we go, y'all. Here we go.
In this offense for a long time. So
Brian Hoyer, you guys.
Years, and there's not really ever a play that is called that I haven't run at some point. So obviously when I'm not out there practicing, I'm taking mental reps. But at this point, after playing for Josh for, 6 years, it's like when he calls a play, I'm at the point where I've run it at some point. It might have been 5 years ago. It might have been last week, but there's not really much that gets called that would surprise me.
There's also maybe it's an assumption that part of your job is to also help a younger player get ready.
Yeah.
Is that something that you are good with and embrace?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely at this point in my career, with Aiden and Chase, I mean, it's my job to impart the wisdom that I've learned playing this game, and then obviously playing in this offense for an extended period amount of time to help those guys out. So, I'm always looking for them to, at them to say, hey, try this, or, put your feet this way, or whatever it might be. And then when it comes to the meeting room, they both do a great job of asking questions, really good questions. And, so definitely part of my responsibility is to help those guys out too.
At some point, and you knock on wood, of course, but they get called on or the quarterback goes down and it turns to them and they're ready to step up and do the job. Does that give you some satisfaction?
I mean, look, this is a team game. We all, no matter who's out there, we want those people to do well. And so if I can help them, catch up to speed a little bit faster with what I've learned, I think a lot of the thing in this league is if you can learn from other people's mistakes, that's a big thing. Like if you can see someone mess up and say, well, okay, I see where he messed up, I'm going to learn from that and not repeat that mistake. It's not about just the mistakes you make. If you're only worried about the mistakes you make and you're missing all the other stuff. So look, I've made a lot of mistakes over the last 6 years. And so if I can impart that wisdom to them and say, hey, when it's this coverage, don't be thinking over here, look over here. Or, versus this defense, you got to run left instead of right. Whatever it might be, I try to help those guys as much as I can.
At this stage in your career, how much fun are you having? And also, what are some of the little things that, are day?
Bro, don't have to play it down. Shit.
I think the guys, the people
that having mad fun making millions of dollars, not having to play football
together. I mean, it's funny when you talk. I'm getting to the point now where a lot of my old teammates are retired. So you ask them, like, what do you miss? And it's the same things that I think that I'll miss when I'm done is going out there with your guys and sweating and bleeding and grinding through it. And really, it's just you out there. It's you and the guys. I mean, the coaches are out there too, but you're going through that struggle together. And so when I talk to those people, it's like they miss the guys. Obviously you miss the games, but we're a long ways away from that. And so you have to embrace training camp. You have to embrace, going through those grinder practices, when it's hot. I mean, we've been lucky the last 2 days, but it's that camaraderie. It's what you build, during this time of the year.
Ryan, what do you think the key has been for you going into year 15 with the longevity that you've had in your career?
I mean, I think, I just try to go out there, work hard, learn, execute the best I can. I've dealt with some injuries, but you recover from that. And then you got to try to take care of your body, try to do the best things you can to, be available. I think we always talk about availability is almost more important than ability. And if you're out there, you always have a chance. If you're out there practicing, you have a chance to compete, you have a chance to be on the field. And, so I've taken that from a lot of guys that I've learned from, how to stay on the field, how to be on the team, and then you just go from there.
You've been on a lot of rosters, not just in New England, but in other places with some really good players.
Yeah.
When you look around at all the talent on this offense, the opportunities priceless.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when you look at obviously all the skill group, whether it's Devontae, Jacoby, Hunter, Philip Dorsett, a guy I play with back in New England. I mean, he's running faster than I've ever seen him run. You look at the young tight ends, obviously Hooper, a lot of experience. Michael Mayer really coming along, obviously had a great college career. And then the running backs, I mean, each one's a little different and they all bring something different to the offense. And so it's been fun for me to learn to, work with those guys. Obviously I got a lot of work in the spring and throwing to Devontae. I mean, trust me, you asked what's fun in training camp. Throwing to 17 is always fun.
All right. I know it's only been a few months, but what have been some of your impressions of Aiden O'Connell specifically?
There we go.
Yeah, he's done a great job. I mean, this is not an easy offense to learn, especially as a young guy. I mean, I got to watch Mac Jones, run it 2 years ago and really, I mean, that was impressive. And Aiden's doing a good job too of coming in as a rookie. They throw a lot at you and then you have to try to retain it. So he's done a really good job of learning it. He's not making a lot of mental mistakes, which early on, I mean, look, when I was a rookie, I mean, you're swimming at some point. So he's done a great job of kind of staying on schedule and he does a great job. He's throwing the ball really well.
How different is Josh, the head coach, from Josh Lawson?
Not very different.
Yo, he do.
To get back with him. I know he's somebody that you were fond of as a human and a friend.
Yep.
So what did that mean to be back and look across and see all these people and see and everybody?
I mean, look, when I got released from New England, there was only one place that I was going to play, and that was for Josh. I mean, I wasn't going to go learn a new system, learn, a new verbiage. So when the opportunity presented itself, it was something that I didn't want to pass up. He's a great leader, and not just with him, but the staff that I've worked with before that are out here are all guys that I love and have gone to battle with and been in, those tough situations. And there's no people I trust more than Josh and Bo and Mick and Carmen and Jerry. I mean, those are all guys that, you talk about, like, what are you going to miss? It's the time with coaches like that, where you learn so much. They open your eyes to so much. So, I just feel fortunate the opportunity came up.
How much has got a lot of work in the spring, and now with Jamie's minutes being managed, the extra work you're getting in the camp, how valuable is that in case you are calling on this?
Yeah, I mean, look, as a backup, you may get a lot of reps, you may not get any. So the ones that you get, it's always, you just keep stacking them up and use those as
get your money, King.
Blocks. So that way, if you ever do play, you're going out there with more reps.
Was that a teachable moment today in camp with Jimmy all of a sudden not being out there, then you getting the reps and closing out the practice, kind of getting used to a quarterback that could just be thrown in there at any second?
Yeah, I mean, look, I've been in practices before in New England where it's the middle of the practice and I wasn't supposed to practice and he throws you in there. I mean, it's about keeping yourself on your toes and always being ready to go.
Like a Ward, I got you, bro.
Aiden's getting more reps. So, it's something that, look, we're players. When they tell us to go in the game, you go play. So you never know when that might be. I've been in preseason games before in New England where, it's 2nd down and 4, and all of a sudden my helmet comes on. Hoyer, you're in the game. Go in for one play, come back out. Like, I mean, that's part of the job.
I don't think your paths crossed with Jimmy G.
No, we were.
Yeah, kind of.
We were on opposite flights.
Right, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
But what are your impressions of Jimmy?
Jimmy's cool. I mean, he's a great leader. He's, like, when I say cool, like cool, calm, collected, always, under control. I think I've always said, like, the greatest trait for a quarterback is just to stay even keel. You don't get too high, you don't get too low. I think he's a definition of that. He's played a lot of great football, and I think the guys respect him, and that's a huge part of playing quarterback.
Going back to covering you, even in high school at St. Ignatius, you were that way, just kind of one level play. How do you teach that to an Aiden and a Chase?
I think it just you realize, like, just like in life, the next day
Man,
comes.
drinking a
So
lot
in
of water for
football,
not
the
playing,
next
not really
play
having to
comes.
play a
Doesn't matter
damn.
if the
though.
one before was good, bad, ugly, whatever it might be. Like you're gonna have to go and play that next play. And if you get
My
too
dog out
emotional
there
about the one
parched.
before, it's starting to affect you on the next one. And I always thought about, you know, in high school I was a pitcher in baseball, and so like if you give up a home run in baseball, like there's another hitter coming to face you out there, and you have to have that mentality, like whatever happens, whether it's good, bad, whatever it might be, you have to go play that next play. And so I think that comes with time. I think that comes with repetition. And I think that comes with, in all reality, playing in real games.
You're talking about how much fun it is to play with Devontae Adams. You've had a lot of great receivers throughout your career. What is it about Devontae Adams that makes him a little different than those guys?
I mean, he's explosive, he's big, he's fast, his hands are incredible. I mean, there's not many people where you go out there and you say, if I just put it in this radius, he's probably going to catch it. I mean, a 50-50 ball for a lot of receivers is probably an 80-20 for him. And
Yeah,
to have that type of confidence in a guy is always something great. And like I said, for me in the spring, get to experiment with different types of throws. How can I throw him on this route? How is he going to run this route? And so he's creative. He's super intelligent. And I mean, like I said, when you look over there and 17's out there and you have a chance to throw it to him, it's not something you want to pass up.
How much thought do you put in your shoe selection and your favorite pair?
You know, as I've gotten older, I've had to take care of my feet a lot more. So I'm always kind of experimenting. I actually have a guy who makes some custom turf shoes for me.
What?
And it's something that's really helped me really since I was in San Francisco. It was actually Kyle Shanahan's idea because he's always talking about having a good base underneath you. And he goes, if you can wear turf shoes on grass and keep your base underneath you, that means you're always in a good position to throw. And it's just something I've taken with me. I think it forces me not to overextend, overstride, but also, you know, it's a little more cushion instead of, you know, all these hard cleats all the time. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Brian.
Yep.
There you have it. Mr. Clipboard himself, Mr. Get Them Bands for No Reason. Salute to the GOAT, man. Brian Hoyer, man. Talking that shit. Love what he said about Aiden O'Connell, saying that he's not really out there making those mistakes, you know, this early, like usual, you know, rookies do. That's a really, really good sign. That lets you know that Aiden is adjusting to the NFL. You know what I mean? Love to hear it, man. Love to hear it. Good things to say about Devontae, which, I mean, who can say anything bad about him? Says some good things about Jimmy G and says some great things about the staff. You know what I mean? So salute to Brian Hoyer, man. We still got Jermaine Illuminor left, you guys, and Malcolm Kuntz. We got two more guys. This is probably going to go by pretty fast. But shout out to you guys, man, for still rocking with me. We're almost 500 deep in the chat still. Salute to you guys for always supporting, man. It's always good to watch these things with my fellow Raider fans, man, my fellow Raider family, man. No wonder all Kyle Shanahan's QBs get hurt with advice like the Raideries. Talk that shit, bro. Oh, you guys saying that he's about to get suspended? I mean, there was rumblings about Alvin Kamara expected to get suspended. He'll probably miss 4 games. Probably miss 4 games. They went out and got Jamal Williams in free agency. So, you know, that's another guy that can get it done. Played really well out there in Detroit. So I think they'll be all right either way. But Alvin Kamara is a huge loss for DC. If anything, that guy gets it done in the passing game, run game. You know, he can do it all. That's definitely going to affect him a lot if Alvin Kamara misses a good chunk of change this season. But I'm going to be real. You know, seeing what old boy did out there in Vegas, man, hey, look, I've seen people get suspended for less. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Shout out to my boy Chili Man in the building. Salute. Can't wait to see AO4 in preseason. Reese, you ain't never lie, bro. I'm hyped. Can't wait. Let me see. John Parker's in the building. $50-15. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I'm over here dying a miserable death right now. This back ain't no pump, man. And I got to fly to Vegas in 8-9 days. Oh, man. It's going to be fun having to try and sit straight up on a flight. Yeah, man. It's going to be real fun ripping and running out there with a fucked up back. But, hey, it is what it is. You know, it's a blessing to be able to do what I do, man, and be able to get around the people who I get around. in this Raider community, man. So I'm not going to miss out being able to go out there 2 years in a row to go into the Raiders alumni party, kicking it with Tim Brown, Marcus Allen, Romanowski and Rich Gannon and all these guys. Definitely not going to miss out on that again. You know what I mean? Well, not going to miss out on that period moving forward. Last year, we had a ball hanging out with them guys, man. So this year, we're doing it again. Shout out to William. Tyree Wilson still hasn't, come back to practice. But like I said before, or the training camp, but we know he passed his physical. They're just being patient with him. He'll be back. He's getting closer and closer daily. Face on, it's not as bad as we thought it was. You know what I mean? So it sounds like it's not a serious injury. There's no timetable on him being back, but he'll be back soon. So that's good. That's good. And haven't heard anything on Byron Young yet either. But from what I heard with Byron Young was it wasn't that serious and that he should be back soon. So it's kind of waiting game for him, but he needs to get out there, man, because these defensive tackles are already gaining some leverage on him in terms of playing time. You know what I mean? Neil Farrell, too. He needs to hurry to get out there, man, because you got Matthew Butler out there right now, Tillery. You got all these guys out there taking reps. These guys, these young guys are definitely going to lose some reps. Neil Farrell needs them. Byron Young needs them. We need 2 big seasons out of these guys. You know what? I'm going to reach out to him today. LB. I'm going to see if he'll pop in for the 19K celebration tonight. That'd be dope. But, we both always – shout out to my little bro scout. We've done a million lives, but I'll hit him up. And if I can't get him on tonight, LV, I'll definitely try and lock him in next week. He's going to school. He's doing scouting for Appalachian State. He's working for other websites, writing articles. Scouts out there doing this thing. Oh, it's blazing out here in Texas. Chilly. It's hot as shit. Shout out to my sis Elite. I see you in the building. Alex, I said this early on. I don't think he plays a major role, but definitely a leader in the locker room, a leader in the LB room, and he provides depth at this point in his career. You know what I'm saying? He's still productive in the in the NFL, but not a situation where I think he's going to come in and just be, the guy in the linebacker room. Hearing how Luke Masterson's looking out there, Divine Diablo back apparently, look, I'm not, and Robert Spillane, hearing the leadership role that he's playing in the linebacker room and hearing that he's balling, I'm not expecting too much out of Jaylon Smith, but that's good. You don't want a guy that has dealt with injuries, and all the other stuff coming in and having to be that guy every down linebacker. That's not who he is at 28 anymore. So, depth, Alex. Him and Darius Harris, 2 depth pieces, 2 veteran guys that all these UDFAs and the Amari Bernies of the world and Divine Diablo can learn from. Shout out to my brother Hammer in the building. Salute. That coffee and content. Oh, man, it's hurting, bro. It's hurting. But it is what it is. I got a show tonight. Had to get up, man. I told my wife today she almost killed me when she see me doing the dishes. She's like, what are you doing? I said, I need some normalcy. I need to get back to some normalcy. I've been sitting in the bed for 2 days. I can't do it, man. I might be dying, but I got to move around. I'm hard-headed, y'all. I'm hard-headed. Let me see. I think Bennett is taking someone's job. Facts plus tax. Shout out to Chili. I would love it. Yes, Elite. Thank God. Thank God. That's another name, Gio, that we haven't really talked about a lot. Heron. He's back out there. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brother Big Mike in the building. Salute. Yeah, bro. I wasn't planning on doing this show this morning, man. I just seen so much going on. I was like, I got to jump on, man. We still got to do that show, Big Mike. We still have to do that show, my brother. Raiders Media posted a video of players' first day in pads and labeled Mumford as Heron. We got so much depth on that O-line. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It is crazy. I love what Carmen Brasillo did in these first 2 years. Foley, I have 3 herniated discs, and I have a bulging disc in my back and severe arthritis in my lower back. And I did something the other day and tweaked it, and it's right back to feeling like it was in the pandemic where it was absolutely destroyed. I couldn't even walk. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to work through it, man. The last thing I want to do is surgery. I do not want to do surgery, man. I've heard horror stories and nightmares about back surgery where you can't, then, a lot of people haven't come back from them. Yeah, that O-line competition is going to be fire. We have good depth. Facts. Let's see if we get one more interview, you guys, before we get out of here. Coming up on an hour and a half. I got to get a few things together for the show tonight. Definitely going to go hit this Specs. Go get me a little bottle for the night, a little celebratory, bottle for our road to 20K. So you already know what time it is. Let me see. We go positive this season, just missing out on the playoffs or in the wild card. Build up upon that defense in the offseason and then draft. I'm going to give 2 first-round picks and a second for Caleb Williams. Shout out to Juju. Chris, I'm going to one this week. Definitely going to one this week. With some whiskey on deck tonight. Yeah, I got to hit my connect. I got to hit my plug. I need some more bottles. I got to hit my plug. Shout out to Wilson Whiskey, the GOAT. WilsonWhiskey.com. If you guys have not gotten any whiskey yet, go over there and tell them I sent you. I got a inversion table too in my garage. I got to bring it out and use it, man. I bought that thing 2 years ago, and I think I've been on it one time. I need to try to use that. I'm hard-headed, man. Salute, Richard Hardy. I appreciate you, brother. Shout to Midnight. Almost 500 people in the room. Wipe them feet and hit that thumbs up. Salute. Hit that subscribe button also, you guys. Salute. Oh, yeah, Go Sniper. We on one tonight, brother. We going to have some fun. Yeah, Psycho War. That shit's spooky, bro. It's spooky. It is spooky. Let me see. I want to hear Malcolm Kuntz before we get out of here. That's why I'm going to stick around for a few more. I definitely want to hear what Kuntz has to say about that defensive line. And it'd be good also to hear from Illuminor and see how he's feeling about that O-line and what we're looking like. Because Illuminor he's a firecracker. He's a real guy. And we're supposed to have him on the show here soon as well, you guys. Like I said before, put the thumbnail together and everything, but we may have a little special thing going on with Illuminor in the next few weeks. So stay tuned for that. Potentially. Blackout. Oh, Lucky King, bro. Come on, man. I know who Bo Nix. Come on. I know who Bo Nix is. Oregon, baby. That's a guy that I've definitely been keeping my eye on. I thought he was going to come out this last season, but he went back to school. Yep, definitely. Illuminor's confidence definitely a shot to the roof. Definitely. He's definitely stepped up. Facts, elite. And I'm gonna be honest. Last year, I thought that Mumford might have snuck in there and took that starting right tackle spot. To see Illuminor go out and do what he did last year, I love it, man. Mr. Penix Jr. Shout out to Ghost, man. New subscriber, feet wiped and like. Salute, family. Salute to my dog, man. Welcome to the family, King. Thank you so much for being a part of what we're doing over here at the OakLosVegas Raiders Network. Salute. Big Mike, bro, I'm going to see you in like a week and a half, bro. Look, my dog, we're going to have a major conversation when we get out there, bro. Me and Big Mike, we have the Brian Hoyer of backs and Shieldmore. For real, like clipboard backs. We have those clipboard backs. Yeah, sitting on the bench, getting paid for nothing. You hit that like. Here we go. There go my boy.
Most importantly, Jakob said being on toast is actually okay.
Oh, I have a text of him saying that too. He sent me a text, and I was like, anytime you talk trash on Twitter, I'm going to post it. And so I've been waiting for it. And the fact that he wanted to say that now, I think he's trying to soften the blow. But no, don't worry. There's going to be a time where he tries talking smack. I'm going to bring that up and just expose him.
Talk that shit, Jermaine.
Man, I know obviously you're locked in competing at right tackle. I know that's
something you've been familiar with throughout your career. But what's kind of your mindset going into this year? I know last year, you kind of talked about, going back and forth between positions, but you make a name for yourself at right tackle. How's that kind of come to fruition for you?
Yeah, it's been dope. This is the first training camp in my career I've been able to come in as a starter. But then, that adds more pressure. You got to be in this camp. It's more about solidifying my spot than it is earning it. But then also, we have talented guys in the room, Thayer, Brandon, even Justin, a lot of them can play right tackle also. So it's more about, improving every day myself and solidifying my spot, but then also finding ways to get better. And, I go against Max every single day, and, Kuntz is developing. He's getting better and better, and I'm excited to go against Tyree whenever that is. And, so that's what it's really about this year. More so not really, hanging on to last year, because that was last year. That was 2022. This year's a brand new year. It's a new challenge. And, with that challenge comes a lot of people I'm going to face. But first of all, it starts with camp and just solidify my spot.
With that being said, what's it like having continuity with the guys that you're playing alongside last year, coming back, pretty much that full group back?
Yeah, it's dope. Playing next to Bars, there's a certain way I like to play. And having him next to me, he knows how I like to play. And, whether it's setting a 5 technique or how I am on a deuce block or how I'm on like a backside cutoff, there's certain ways I like to do things. And having him knowing what I like to do makes it way easier. So it's less communication because you trust the guy next to you.
You talked about the different mindset entering camp, as somebody who's returning from last year in that position. Was the offseason different? Did you have a different mentality in the offseason, being that this is kind of a different year for you?
I think this offseason was more so healing, because last year was my first year starting on 17 games, and I got pretty banged up. And I've been banged up my entire career. So it's more so just, recovering, and then also trying to maintain my fitness and keeping my weight up, which I did, and trying to maintain my strength.
About what you did this offseason. Also, you got married, you did a football camp in London, things like that. And what were some things that you feel like attributed to the mental health and healing this offseason?
Definitely going back to England. That's something I've been trying to plan for, let's say, 6 years now. And going back there and being able to host a camp on the same field I actually started playing football on was an amazing experience. But then also the fact that, let's say, about 90% of those kids had never played football before, and being able to introduce them to the sport and, put a smile on their face and just let them be out there and being kids. It was amazing. And also going back home, seeing my friends and my family. I got to see some guys I went to school with 14 years ago. And that definitely, it hit different, because it showed me how far I've come and how far I have left to go. And it just made me want to be successful in this sport even more, so I can bring it back over there on a bigger platform. And I had about 55 kids in my camp this year. Hopefully next year I plan to have around, let's say, 150 to 200, and then do it in multiple locations in England. So growing that's a huge thing for me mentally, because that's one thing I'm really passionate about. And I feel like in this game,
he look like top dollar, bro.
About the little things, and if you don't find something to somewhat help relieve your
he look
stress,
like top dollar,
just
bro.
consume you. And going back to England was one of the things that helped just mellow me out and really put my mind where it needed to be and give me the motivation I needed going into the season.
How long has it been since you've been back?
So I went back my rookie year when I was in Baltimore, but I didn't really get to, go around London and go back home and just go and see some of my friends, because, we were real busy with the season. And when I went there, it was just a media bombardment where I just had to do multiple things over there, because it was my first time going back in a while. So really, this was my first time going back in, let's say, 14 years, like truly going back and being able to just do what I want to do. So it's been a while.
And what were those emotions like? I know you posted like the flats that you grew up in, right? And to see where you are now, where the city you're in now, like what were those emotions like?
It was real surreal. When for me, leaving England, I had a mission and a goal, and I was real determined to achieve that. And I'm still on the road to achieving what I truly want to, what I want to happen. And just going back and seeing where I used to live and where I used to play, and the streets I used to walk, it was like I said, it was real surreal. It definitely hit different, because when you're that young, you don't really expect that the goals you have that young to come true when you're older. And although I wanted to play in the NFL, I definitely had no idea how I was going to make it happen. And as a kid, everyone has dreams. I'm sure some kids want to be astronauts, some kids want to be firefighters, some kids want to be pro English football players, or soccer players, as they say in America. I'm saying English football players not because I went back there and I have to say it. Everyone has dreams and aspirations at that age, but you don't really know how to achieve them. And, along the way, you have to have help. And I had so much help growing up to get to where I'm at now. And it made me think about all of that, all the help I've had along the way, all the people that really truly believed in me, and all the people that have sacrificed a lot of things to help me get here. And that's kind of what this season for, all those people who were truly believing in me and helped me get here. I want to just go out there and just dominate this year for them and truly show my appreciation for them helping me get here.
You talked about the challenges of sometimes sweating the small stuff. And, today's with social media, everyone's a film expert. There's Pro Football Focus. There's all grading systems and everything like that. So it feels like it's always out there. And it's always prevalent. Do you feel like you're doing better in that regard of dealing with that, or do you just not care anymore about it?
I think I'm doing better. The first couple of seasons in the NFL, I kind of let that affect me, especially in New England during the COVID year when I had to move to left tackle. I was dealing with some things mentally and physically, so I wasn't in the right place. And, in that state of mind, it only takes one thing to really, knock you off your seat and really affect you. And, that was a really bad year for me mentally. And so I've learned from that. And then I also have people here, Daryl, he is one of the he's on staff here. He was with me in New England, and he helped me get through a lot of things there mentally. And I mean, a lot of things. And to have a guy like that here that's huge for me and huge for a lot of guys, because this sport can take a toll on you on the field and off the field. And I tell a lot of the young guys, you got to have some sort of release when you get home. You can't truly, everyone says you got to focus on football 100%. You got to give everything you have to this sport. If you do that, it's going to consume you. And, I tell the young guys, because I went through it, I let this sport consume me. I let social media just destroy me from the inside out and mentally put me in the worst state I've ever been in. And so I tell them,
I love how transparent he is.
What they're going to say, it doesn't really matter if you flip scripts. They definitely couldn't do what you're doing. And, you just go out there and just play ball and have fun. Because if you're doing that, you're going to be the best you. And if you're the best you, you're going to do your thing on the field. And then all those people talking negative about you are going to be, just saying a bunch of positive things about you. By that point, who really cares? It's just words on your phone. And it took a while for me to get to that state of mind, that mentality. But I truly feel like this year I really have a grip on that.
Was there some vindication last year, at the end of last year, when you looked there and your name was pretty prominent on Pro Football Focus? The Raiders offensive line, I think, finished number 10 by Pro Football Focus. So do you feel, was there some vindication for you guys?
Yes, but no. We definitely, it was cool having Josh and him be a leading rusher in the NFL, but it also puts a target on your back, because now if we don't play up to that standard, and not even playing up to that standard, we want to play higher than that standard. We want to be one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. We're returning with 5 starters, and we want to take that next step and truly be one of the lines that everyone talks about. And I feel like some people will really just let all the things on social media get to their head. And that's just a recipe for disaster. If you go out there and you're like, oh, Pro Football Focus is saying we're this or we're that, me and Cohen are this and Jerry's that. If you really look into that and let that, blow your head up, you'll go out there and you get smacked in the mouth week 1, and, all those ratings and everything will just go away.
Carmen is a guy that you guys, you respect him and you like him. I'm just curious. He can be a coach to chew you out and then turn around laughing with you and joking with you. What is it about his dynamic with you in particular and in the offensive line, please?
I think that, the position we play, it's a lot of moving parts. Is, one time you're blocking a 5, then you're blocking a 4-eye, then you have to go out and block the safety if he's blitzing on the edge. Like, there's so much that you have to do in this position that sometimes in the heat of the battle, you can just, overreact to some things. If he's shouting at you, you say something back, and then, just having that relationship with him where it's like we get up from the sideline, we're like, yeah, we're good. We'll just let bygones be bygones, just move on. It's kind of like having a next play mentality, and, things are said, you just let them go, because at the end of the day, you don't truly mean them. We have a relationship off the field. I've known Carm for 5 years now, and he was one of the first people I told that I'm having a kid. And, just that relationship I've built with Carm over the years, because I was with him in New England when I was going through all the, like I said, the mental stuff of this game. And, he's been with me through everything. And, at times on the field, it can look like we're just fighting and arguing. But at the same time, we both want the same, we have both have the same goal in mind. We both have a high standard, a really high standard for the way we want to play the game here. And we both know what we want. So, just heads are going to clash in this game. But at the end of the day, we know what it is.
As much continuity as there is up front with you guys, there's a lot less behind you, especially without Josh here in training camp. You guys paved the way for so many yards last year. What's it like blocking for Zamir? What have you seen out of him?
I talk to him all the time. He is a hell of a back. It's kind of, I don't think anyone's like Josh in the league. I think Josh is one of a kind, and I can't wait to get him back. But Zeus is definitely a guy, we're lucky to have him because like him and Josh are two different guys. Josh can run you over or juke you out. Zamir's just going to run head first and run you over. He doesn't care. It's like, and it's cool playing for guys like that because, if you open up a hole and he gets to the safety, 9 times out of 10, he's going to run him over and score. So, like I said, there's no one like him, but we're lucky to have a guy like Zeus and even the other backs too, like Brandon, Amir, Britt, a lot of them bring something else to the game. And, like we always say, like Josh always says, it's next to man.
Nah, you got to stay sincere, bro.
You can't let one guy not being here affect the way you play out there. And we got to keep going. And, like I said, I hope we get him back, and I can't wait to get him back because it will just add on to this offense that we have here.
Going through what you went through in New England and getting past it, and a lot of people were helping you out. Do you remember a time when you kind of turned the corner or you felt better? Or is it just having success on the field that does that?
From being honest, probably the Jets game, the last game of the season. I went through a lot that year. Like I said, a lot. And the Jets game, like I said, when I was able to talk to Daryl that year, before that game, and he really, pulled me from, off the cliff and like mentally just helped me reset. And the Jets game that year was truly the first game where I felt myself. It was a long year. The COVID year kind of sucked, and there's no fans, and you're dealing with a lot of different things. I was dealing with injuries, not being able to play the position I wanted to play, having to switch over to left tackle. But the Jets game that year was truly the first game I felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulder, and I had a lot of people to thank for that.
I know you from time to time push back on social media or bitten back a little bit here and there. What kind of discipline does it take not to just, really?
Yeah.
I want to hear this.
It takes a lot, definitely, because I don't like some fans out there. I can't name the teams, but I just don't like their fans. And so, some of them just try to bait me. And, I'll be writing something on Twitter, and then I'm like, I probably shouldn't say that because I know I'm going to hear about it next day. There's spies on Twitter. I'm not going to say where. There's a lot of spies on Twitter. So, I have to really hold my tongue, and, I have a lot of drives. Let's say that. I have a lot of I made a couple of bookmarks last year too. There was what was it? It was 2021 when the Chargers, I think we lost that first game, and they sent out that stupid tweet about like the crying emoji. I don't know what it was. And then when we beat them, I said something back and it blew up. I kind of don't sometimes I forget how much power players have on social media with the fans. And if you say one little thing, it can turn into something huge. And, sometimes I forget that, but most times I remember that because I like to really stir the pot. But I kind of, like I said, I've cooled down a little bit, especially since I'm about to have a kid. So I got to set a good example. But, they're not going to have Twitter for a while. So I still have a little bit of time left to have fun.
Salute to Luminor, man. Great interview. Big Mike, man, I think he is going to have a good year. The thing is this, though. I really, truly believe that we're not going to be the guys that are going to give him a payday. I think we're going to move on, and I think that Mumford is going to be the guy of the future. I know a lot of people think that Mumford may take that right guard spot at some point. I have Mumford at this point. If our O-line sticks around, I have Mumford being that future starting right tackle. Real talk. I don't think we pay big money to a right tackle next year. Yeah, we're going to have a slew of money. We're going to, we still got to put a lot of that allocated to the defensive side of the ball. There's going to be some guys coming up for some big deals. Nate Hobbs is going to have to get paid soon. If we do decide on keeping Merrick, he's going to have to get paid soon. You know what I'm saying? What if we want to bring back Marcus Peters? What if he has a really big year for us? You know what I'm saying? Like, bring him back another year or two. The other guys are going to have to be paid here shortly, man. You know what I mean? You may have to pay Josh Jacobs. So, I think personally, this is what this regime is going to do. Bring guys back 1-year deal. Jermaine Illuminor took a bet on him type deal this year. It was very inexpensive, not real starting right tackle money, but he's betting on himself. I respect that. But I do truly believe, I think Mumford is going to take that right tackle spot. And maybe Loom does go somewhere else and ball out. In which, look, if he balls out this year, I want to keep Loom around. Keep Maine around. You know what I'm saying? But I think we drafted Mumford to be that right tackle of the future. You know what I mean? So People are not really realizing we have a lot of guys that, that are going to be coming up on some deals here soon. You know what I mean? What if Moody balls out at right guard, you guys? What if he balls out, right? We might have to pay him. This may be the next Jermaine Illuminor type deal, right? Where you pay him to come back one more year, and maybe you still mold McClendon Curtis to be that right guard of the future, and maybe you give Moody that loom kind of deal, right? But in a few years we got to pay some of these guys, and me personally, I like Loom a lot, but I do like Mumford. I was high on Mumford coming out of Ohio State. He fell because he had kind of a down season. He was still a captain out there in Ohio State. I think if he would have came out the year before, he would have been, gone in the first 3 rounds. You know what I mean? But I'm high on Mumford. I'm high on Mumford, man. And, we got some other guys. We brought in, I don't know if Dalton Wagner is going to be a huge part of this, this team moving forward. UDFA out of Arkansas is like 6'8", 6'9", or some shit. You know what I mean? But who's to say they don't have plans for him? You know what I mean? But I think that right side eventually on the side of Andre James is going to be McClendon Curtis and Mumford. I think they want to keep rotating in, keep young guys, you know what I mean? Keep that O-line youthful as much as possible. And just, it is what it is. It's a business, man. It's a business. That content. Where's my guy, Malcolm Kuntz? I like that, JT. Mumford is who Parker was supposed to be. Here we go.
Malcolm, we were talking to some of the other.
Got my guy, Malcolm Kuntz, in the building.
It seemed like there was a lot of learning going on, but this year it seems like guys are having fun. They're enjoying camp, maybe because you have a year of the system underneath it. Do you see that?
Shirt matching my hat, bro.
I
Come on,
definitely feel like
Kuntz.
we're way more comfortable and definitely feel like we know what we're doing, stuff like that.
Sort of the focus for yourself this offseason?
Trying to be better than I was last year. That's it. I'm just competing with myself. That's it.
This gonna be quick.
Things in particular that you
This energy ain't great, y'all.
Just all around trying to be a better player in every sense. Even the things I was good at, trying to get better at that. Things I was bad at.
Yeah, this ain't gonna be a good press.
You feel better, I guess,
He's
now
pissed.
with more comfortable with where you are and everything than you were last year at this time. Did you accomplish, I guess, what you wanted to?
Yeah, definitely. I think definitely last year, brand new system. After going from a different system my rookie year, so it's my second year in the same system, so I definitely feel way more comfortable than I was. So,
what do you think is the keys to this defense having success?
just playing our game. That's it.
Yeah, good.
Thank you.
Damn. That wasn't what I expected from our young pup. I mean, what do y'all take from that? Yeah, man. Wow. Shout out to Malcolm Kuntz. With that energy, man, I look, I know a lot of guys don't like talking to the media anyways, to be real, but I think he's out of here, man. I think he knows something that we don't know. I think he knows he's on his way out. All right, boom. Wow. Yeah, man. And let me say this, you guys. When I met Malcolm Kuntz, right? I met him in Merrick a few years back, their rookie season. And I got a chance to kick it with him a little bit, chop it up with him. Both really good dudes. Malcolm Kuntz, he is a laid back guy. Don't get me wrong. Very laid back guy, very chill. But he had a little more energy than that. You know, I mean, he was excited about his rookie season. He was excited about, coming into the NFL, excited about being a Raider. But that right there, yeah, man, that's pretty tough. That's pretty tough, man. Trying to find this picture that we had. I can't find it right now, but yeah, man. Damn, Malcolm Kuntz, you guys. Elite, that's what it looks like. LV, I agree. I only care about his play on the field. Federal, he ain't making the cut. Yeah, man. Reese said he must have gotten too close to the QB again. But yeah, shit. That was our presser, you guys. Pretty quick, straightforward. I think we got the most out of Jermaine Illuminor. Brian Hoyer kind of talked a little bit about, Jimmy G and, all that good stuff. I'm trying to find this picture still. I can't find it. What's your guys' takes from that presser? Right here, boom. Cool dude. Good dude. Good dude. Damn. Hey, yo, Rube, you got to chill, bro. Can we confirm that you grew 2 inches? Pause. If yes, how the fuck are you 25 years old still growing 2 inches? I need better questions, Doc. There you go, bro. Facts. Hey, it would have been great if one of those guys asked that question and hit him with a pause, too. That shit would have been hilarious. Hilarious. John, Diablo is out there on the field. He is on the field. And yes, and we re-signed Jacob Hollister, veteran tight end, a day after we let OJ Howard go. My take is Adam Plant Jr. took his locker, and that could be true. That could be true. Shout out to my boy Rube with the pause. He knew what time it was. Yo, that shit is hilarious. We're up to 2 hours, you guys. Shout out to Big Mike. Illuminor might be one of my favorite Raiders on this team. I like that Big Mike, and he's a good dude. Good dude. Talks to the fans, communicates with the fan base, honest, transparent guy. I love it. I love it. With that being said, you guys, we will be back tonight, 19K celebration show. Get your drinks ready, whether you drink beer, whether you drink hard, whether you drink water. Get whatever you need to pull up tonight to the 19K celebration. We are definitely going to be shooting the shit. 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific time. Going to have my Shieldmore brothers pull up. I'm going to try and extend the invite to a few other guys to see if they want to pull up on the show. With that being said, you guys, thank you for shooting the shit with me for 2 hours. As always, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. OakLosVegas.com for the drip. PlanetRaiders.com. Go check out Big Mike's new Jacorian Bennett article. It is phenomenal. PlanetRaiders.com. With that being said, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm out.
That's what I'm talking about.